Hello everybody and welcome to Clear Path Guidance and Tarot. This is your Oracle message for Monday, January the 9th. I decided to use this week the Power Animal Oracle cards. I haven't used them for a while, so I thought it'd be kind of fun to use them. We are out of Mercury retrograde today. Thank the Lord. Actually, I got through it okay. Cried one morning. That was it. Did pretty good. Usually I've got 3 or 4 days of that. I had about 3 days near the end. I think it was last Wednesday and Thursday I had a hard time. And usually I have a hard time right when it starts off and almost when it's done. So I do pretty good and I start to lose my shit at the end. And I had tears in my eyes. When was it? I think it was Thursday morning. But I'm okay now. I'm getting there. I woke up this morning again, and there's going to be a few more days of remnants of this. You know, the shadow phase. It's like they say when a car goes by, and it's the exhaust. So the planet, you have the planet going by, and now it's going to be in direct, but there's the exhaust still that's left that needs to be dissipated, and that kind of still affects me for a little bit. I think my phone was on the blink one day. I can't think of anything else that went on the fritz, but usually those kinds of things happen. So I mean, I had one coworker, she doesn't work with me anymore, but she went with her family, her mother and her father and her brother, and she's 25 or something like that, and they went to Florida for a holiday, and all their luggage was lost. They were there for 1 week, and 4 days into it, it was still lost. They didn't get their luggage, and her brother lasted 1 day and caught the next flight home because he got into it with his father. So this is the stuff that tends to happen when Mercury's in retrograde. People, you know, tempers are flying, miscommunications, things get lost, things don't work, travel is delayed, that kind of a thing. So anyway, those are my little stories for this Mercury retrograde last year, or this that started at the end of last year. So, all right, so we've got the line here, and the line talks about courage. Ask for what you want. So what do you want? If it's something little, something as easy as, you know, passing the salt or pepper, or something that is a little more complex, like a hug or a kind word from a loved one or a friend. The more personal your desires are, the harder it can be to ask. So what is the risk though, really? So that someone will say no and you don't get what you want, that you'll be shamed or scorned, okay? It's going to take courage, not fearlessness, but courage. You can be afraid and still risk expressing your wants. This flies in the face of all your earlier training to keep quiet and suffer in silence. But why continue being a martyr, denying yourself the privilege of receiving? It makes life a lot easier to know the power of expressing your desires. Speak out directly and clearly, okay? If you want something, just make it very clear, all right? And if you do state what your wants and needs are, the worst that can happen is that you won't get what you want, but at least you asked, okay? And if you don't ask, you're much less likely to get what you want. So whatever little it is, be brave. Today is the day to be courageous and to ask for whatever it is that you need. You don't have to be rough about it or obnoxious. There's always a nice way to ask somebody, hey, you know what? I haven't had a hug in a long time. I really need a hug from you today. Or I really need to hear that you love me today. I know it might be uncomfortable for you to say it, but I really need to hear that today. You know, just little things like that, things that would make you feel better. All right, be courageous. All right, everybody, have a great Monday. Bye-bye.